In the rich and vibrant landscape of Japanese mythology, there exists a goddess whose light transcends time and space. She is Amaterasu, the sun goddess, whose story not only illuminates the ancient world but also offers profound insights into the human psyche. Her tale, while deeply rooted in the traditions of Shinto, holds universal themes that resonate with the collective unconscious, a concept that Carl Jung explored throughout his life. Amaterasu's story is one of light and darkness, growth and retreat, creation and destruction. Today, we delve into her myth through the lens of Jungian psychology, where archetypes, symbols, and the unconscious shape the very essence of her being. Amaterasu's birth from the left eye of Izanagi, the god who created the world, is a powerful symbol of the emergence of consciousness. In Jungian psychology, the process of birth represents the creation of awareness and the awakening of the ego. Izanagi's left eye, from which Amaterasu is born, is symbolically significant in this context. The left eye is often associated with the feminine, the intuitive, the unconscious, qualities that were crucial to the development of the psyche in Jung's understanding. Through this eye, the divine feminine principle of Amaterasu emerges, embodying light, clarity, and consciousness. It is not a coincidence that Amaterasu is born from the left eye, as she is a goddess who represents insight, wisdom, and the illumination of the dark places within ourselves. Amaterasu is not merely a goddess of the physical sun, but a personification of enlightenment and higher consciousness. The sun is essential for life, for it provides the light that nurtures and sustains all growth. Similarly, Amaterasu's light is symbolic of the psychological light that allows us to grow, evolve, and understand our true selves. She represents the illumination of the mind, the understanding that allows us to see our inner truths and bring them to the surface, to work through our unconscious material. Amaterasu's role as the sun goddess places her at the heart of the mythological landscape. As the giver of light, warmth, and life, she embodies the archetype of the Great Mother in Jungian psychology. The Great Mother is a symbol of nurturing and protection, but also of creation and destruction. Her presence is vital to the health of the psyche, just as the sun is vital to the life of the earth. The Great Mother represents the generative, life-giving forces of nature, but she also represents the transformative power of the unconscious, which is capable of bringing both creation and destruction. Amaterasu's radiance represents the nourishing light that guides us through life, while her withdrawal into darkness symbolizes the unconscious forces that we must eventually confront. In order to achieve integration, Amaterasu's reign in the heavens brings order and prosperity to the world. We see this in the way her light nourishes the land, allowing crops to grow, animals to thrive, and humans to live in harmony with nature. But the harmony that Amaterasu provides is not one without conflict. Her brother, Susanoo, the storm god, represents chaos and destruction. Their relationship is a central theme in the myth of Amaterasu. Susanoo, with his unruly nature and tempestuous actions, disrupts the peaceful order that Amaterasu has established. That I would interpret Susanoo as the personification of the shadow, those aspects of the psyche that are repressed, neglected, or denied. The shadow is often associated with destructive tendencies, emotional turbulence, and chaos. It represents the primal instincts that lie beneath the surface of our consciousness and, if not integrated, can lead to self-destruction. The conflict between Amaterasu and Susanoo is more than a mere sibling rivalry. It is a clash between order and chaos, consciousness and unconsciousness. Susanoo's reckless actions, which include destroying Amaterasu's rice fields and defiling her sacred space, represent the disruptive force of the unconscious that seeks to overwhelm and destabilize the conscious mind. This conflict is one that we all face within ourselves. The battle between the light of awareness and the darkness of the unconscious. When the unconscious forces are not acknowledged or understood, they can wreak havoc on the psyche, leading to feelings of confusion, frustration, and inner turmoil. In response to Susanoo's destruction, Amaterasu retreats into the heavenly cave, Aimnowato, withdrawing her light from the world. This moment of retreat is a psychological manifestation of the withdrawal into the unconscious. When faced with overwhelming internal or external conflict, we, like Amaterasu, may retreat from the world, seeking solace in the shadows. This retreat is a natural response to the chaos of the unconscious, but it also represents a time of reflection and self-examination. The cave, in Jungian terms, symbolizes the unconscious itself, the place where repressed thoughts, emotions, and experiences are stored. It is only in the darkness of the cave that we can truly confront and integrate the shadow. Amaterasu's retreat into the cave also represents a psychological state of depression or disconnection. When we are faced with overwhelming emotions or events, we may isolate ourselves, withdrawing from the world around us. The absence of light, both literal and metaphorical, creates a sense of psychological darkness. It is in this darkness that we must confront our own unconscious material, the repressed aspects of ourselves that we have hidden away. Jung believed that in order to achieve individuation, the process of becoming the person we are meant to be, we must confront the shadow and integrate it into our conscious awareness. The story of Amaterasu's return from the cave is a symbol of the process of individuation. The gods, recognizing the devastating consequences of Amaterasu's withdrawal, devise a plan to lure her back into the world. Amaterasu, the goddess of mirth, performs a playful and lewd dance outside the cave. This dance represents the integration of the unconscious into the conscious mind, that I think humor and play are vital components in the individuation process, as they allow us to transcend rigid boundaries and approach the unconscious with a sense of lightness and openness. Amaterasu's dance, full of joy, invites Amaterasu to re-engage with the world and her own light. The mirror, placed outside the cave, plays a pivotal role in this myth. It is through the mirror that Amaterasu sees her own reflection. In Jungian terms, the mirror symbolizes the need for self-reflection and self-awareness. When Amaterasu gazes into the mirror, she is confronted with her own radiance, the truth of her own power. The mirror is a tool that reflects not only the physical image, but also the deeper truths of the soul. It is through self-reflection that we are able to confront our own inner light and darkness, and, like Amaterasu, emerge from the cave of the unconscious. Amaterasu's return to the world is not merely a return to the status quo. Her emergence from the cave symbolizes a profound psychological shift, a reintegration of the conscious and unconscious. As she steps out into the world once more, her light restores balance and harmony to the cosmos. The fields and forests come alive again, and people rejoice. This moment of illumination is a symbol of the awakening of the self. Amaterasu's return represents the union of opposites, the light of consciousness and the darkness of the unconscious, the order of the ego and the chaos of the shadow. It is through this union that the psyche finds true harmony and balance. In today's world, the myth of Amaterasu remains a powerful symbol of the individuation process. Her story reminds us that the journey of self-realization is not without its struggles. We, too, face moments of darkness, of retreat into the cave of the unconscious, where our shadows loom large. Yet, like Amaterasu, we have the capacity to emerge from the darkness, to confront our inner truths, and to shine our light once again. The myth calls us to embrace all aspects of the self, the light and the shadow, the conscious and the unconscious, and to integrate them into a harmonious whole. Amaterasu's myth serves as a reminder that even in our darkest moments, there is the potential for transformation and renewal. The sun will always rise again, bringing with it the possibility of rebirth and illumination. The process of individuation is ongoing, and each step forward brings us closer to wholeness. Like Amaterasu, we are all on a journey from darkness into light, from fragmentation to unity, from unconsciousness to consciousness.